players, and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. We're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Dogs ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped during 21. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, they'll try the middle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw. It's Denson. Under fire. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Got him downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll leave it with him. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Back to throw, it's Nolan. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Soft spot in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Soto. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
He's got an open man. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Laverne Schools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Dropping back, it's Denson. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, no! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield and made the tackle for loss.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. To the air, it's Nolan. Quick completion on the out. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. To the 15. Going for the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And 3 receivers on the left side here on 2nd and short. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Denson. Fires to the big fella. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
That was a nice grab by the tight end. Didn't get many yards, wasn't real open, but at least make the catch, at least get a little positivity on the play.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. First down here for the offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Noles will snap it on first and 10. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
Rush is on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Denson. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Wants to throw on first down. The short hands. It's Soto. Still on his feet at the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. To the air, it's Nolan. Pulls it in, it's Taylor. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And that's a big gain down the field, and the big fella was wide open. I'll tell you what, nobody around. The defense kind of lost sight of him, and he took full advantage.
Behind the chains now on second and long. back to pass. Snagged out of the air. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On the move, it's Soto. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Firing to the right, complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy because of his frame. They're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
They'll give it to the back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
To the air, it's Denson. With the catch, it's Davis. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, running back on the move. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 17 to Charlotte. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. To throw, it's Nolan. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Surging forward on the sneak. The Dogs are on the move. Grabbed in the backfield. It's White. At the 35, he's open. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Direct snap. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's first and goal.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Georgia! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Dogs! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Back to pass, it's Denson. Wide open downfield. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the...
Going deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Now the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He might want another play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Give to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the back. All by himself. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions. No doubt, that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Sings it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution. You guys are going to have to do a better job individually, but that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.